A little girl named Callie Ann and her mother were walking home from a playdate that took place at a local park. As the two reached an intersection, driving down the road with a cell phone in her hand. With her focus more on the phone than the road, the car hit little Callie Ann and her mother. The mother was critically injured, and unfortunately, Callie Ann was killed. Did you know 5 seconds on your phone going 55 miles per hour is equivalent to driving a full football field without being focused on the road, not even looking at the road? Now, let's just say, since this is within city limits, I'm assuming that the driver was going 30 miles per hour. That's still quite a distance. What we need to do is stop texting and driving. Did you also know that 11 teenage deaths occur every day resulting from texting and driving? It's also equivalent to drinking 4 beers and driving. It's also 6 times more likely to create an accident, more than being intoxicated, which is still pretty bad. Also, in 2011, 23% of auto collisions included phones. That's 1.3 million crashes. That's 1.3 million crashes that shouldn't have happened because people shouldn't be playing on their phones or technology for that matter while driving. My solution is putting down the phone. Don't even recognize it while you're driving. If you need to take a call, you can pull over to the side of the road and make your call. There are also Bluetooth headsets in which you can purchase so you can make your phone calls while on the road. Also, these days, they're having a car mode on smartphones where you can have navigation, you can have your phone answer. It's pretty easy. My solution, personally, is to turn your phone on silent, vibrate, or even turn it off. From my own personal experience, you should not be texting and driving. I have been in an accident personally from it, and it really bothers me. It wasn't even my fault. I was just with my mother, and someone rear-ended her, and my head was gashed when I was in high school because they're more focused on the road than the car in front of them. You just need to have consideration and be more concentrated on the road. It really gets me worked up. If we stop using phones and technologies altogether while driving on the road, we would be much more safe. You don't want to be one of those busy drivers who are too busy to be talking on their phone rather than paying attention to the road. You know them, I know them, they're annoying. Don't be that person. Don't be those people. We shouldn't have to be those people. They're always swerving, and they're more concentrated on taking their phone call, making their text, dialing a number, checking their Facebook, rather than focusing on the road. If people had been paying more attention to the road, that driver had been paying more attention, little Callie Ann would not have been a statistic. Unfortunately, she is. So who is with me on taking an oath to keeping the road safe? I have kids, and I don't want to have to be fearful that someone is going to be coming around the corner, swerving out of control because they're on their phone. And my child, I don't want him to be a statistic. Some of you have kids. Some of you might want kids in the future. Some of you might not, but it might happen. Some of you might even be the statistic. Just because you're not the one on the phone doesn't mean that it won't happen to you. You think that just because you're not doesn't mean that other people won't hit you. It can happen. We need to be more socially conscious about this. We need to tell everybody who's talking on the phone. If you know somebody, tell them it's not right, that you'd prefer them not to when you're in the car. Maybe the habit might stick. We just need to drop the habit. So we just need to learn to be cautious and utilize the Bluetooth for those who cannot simply live without their phone. We just need to be smart on the road, because if you think about it, most deaths are caused while driving. We need to be part of a life-saving solution.